welcome back to the channel. Glad you tuned in. Excuse me, I was eating some peanuts there. Well, just checking traps again. I trapped 3 different areas and three different pieces of property. And that first one, man, I'm so disgusted. Dadgummit. That's where I've got most of my coyotes this year. And it's, fairly close to the house. And I've got, oh man, let's see, 11 from there and about 3 at different places. Or it might have been 10 and 4. But anyway, I got 14 this year so far. I was hoping to get 20. You still might get it. It's late in the season. Things start slowing down. And we've had some real hard freezes here lately. Sorry, I don't know. I'm trying to roll these windows up. We've had some real hard freezes. It's been about 20, 25 degrees, and we've had a decent amount of rainfall this year, as usual. And, oh man, I don't know. It's just discouraging, disheartening sometimes, but, yeah, I missed like 4. I had 4 misses over there. It's my fault. Stupidity. I should have had some wax dirt down, but normally in this area, don't really need it. It might get cold and freeze hard for, a day or 2, and then it warms right back up to doggone 50 or something. It's just crazy, but we had a good week of cold weather. And I mean, buddy, the wind would be blowing and it'd cut right through you. And I should have just put some wax dirt out, but I didn't. So anyhow, you live and learn. A lot of it's time. Time's a big issue. And even though everywhere I trap's close to my house, it still takes time when you got 20-something traps out, or nearly 30 traps. But we're going to see what happens here. Hopefully, we'll get something. It's mainly everywhere I trap's got cows. Because the coyotes, they wreak havoc on these calves. We'll see what we can come up with. When we get on down here, I'll get back with you. Not been real vocal this year. Anyway, I've had a few bad things go down, but hey, everybody has problems in life, right? Is that not beautiful? You go to the top of that hill right up here to my left, and you can see about a 180 degree on the mountains. But I tell you, living in the foothills is beautiful, man. I love seeing the mountains. When I go and travel somewhere that I can't see the mountains, man, it bothers me. I like hills. I like rolling hills. I mean, I like hills. Well, not rolling hills so much. You got just a pretty area. It's a beautiful place out here, man. And a lot of pasture. deer are not like they are in other places. I mean, if you see an 8-point buck around here, somebody's gonna shoot it. I'm not into deer hunting. I never have been. I think it ruined me when I was younger. My stepdad at the time took me deer hunting. Nearly shot my foot off. Oh man. He shot a deer. I was in a stand. I was freezing to death. Couldn't shoot no doe. We was at a place where you do, I mean, it's a club, hunt club. Anyhow, son of a gun, man. I seen 11 deer that day. Didn't get to shoot one. I said right then, and I've not shot a deer since. I've never shot a deer in my entire life. And don't care to. I mean, I like trapping because you can walk up on them. Excuse me. And a little more exciting. Especially if you got a bobcat or a coyote. But, and you feel, I don't know, you feel good about yourself, you're helping homeowners out. They got calves dying and stuff like that, and you're getting the coyotes, and you feel good about yourself. Anyway, plus, like I said, when you walk up on them, woo, son, that's awesome. I'm hoping I got something. It's been a little slow. Got a few coons and stuff like that. A few foxes. I've got no bobcats this year, and that just amazes me. I don't know why. I mean, I set the traps up good, but hang a feather, and put the bait under it. But a lot of it, well, I say a lot of it, the number one thing for any trapper is scent. That is number one. Yep. And the only thing I found to really get rid of it, because normally when you set a coyote trap, it's 2 to 3 days before they'll even come by. And coyotes they're a type of wolf, but they're very shy, and they generally stay away from humans. You got the few that'll stalk you and stuff like that. I've been stalked myself. I mean, that's pretty scary. But anyhow, we're gonna see what we can come up with. I got a lot to carry, so I'm not gonna be able to carry my phone. I got one trap right here we can look at right quick. Then I'm gonna have to get all my stuff. Trapping will keep you young. I've got some on the edge of that field over there. I mean, really and truly, man, there's coyote tracks everywhere around here, but once they get used to your smell, then you're all right. But if it's a new smell, they're not very keen to, if you're on one part of the property and say it's 100 or so acres or whatever, then they'll go to a different part. But you can bet that same pack of coyotes travel within that vicinity, and they know what goes on. But there's a trap right there, and anyway, right here's the fence line, and the coyotes were coming under that fence, like you could see right there. But yeah, that's I mean, you know, good Lord, a small bear cub could fit through there. So we saw a lot of coyote tracks right here. And so anyway, I thought I'd set one there. And my nemesis, my all-time, well, I'd say my all-time second nemesis is a doggone stinking nasty possum. Some of the guns will get in your trap and tear everything all to pieces. And anyway, you have to reset it and all that. And plus possum. Anyhow. So my number one nemesis is a doggone skunk. I'm sure Turtle Man can vouch for that. Oh God. But I've learned a way to deal with it now. I get me a respirator, put some peppermint oil in there, and I can still smell it through all that, but it's not as bad. I sure don't smell it as bad as, oh, I almost sneezed. If I didn't have nothing. The last season, God almighty, dude. I heard if you shot them in the head, you know, that they wouldn't spray. Well, that's obviously a lie, because I've tried it 2 different times, and both times it just, I think it sprayed more than it would have if it was just alive, man. I mean, the best thing to do if you got a skunk in a trap that I found is get you a big blanket. And God help us, Lord, if you can get close to it and it not spray, and you can throw that blanket on there. I mean, that'll help you a little bit. But the best thing to do, I seen, because that's dangerous. I mean, you know, you're liable to get sprayed. The best thing to do is shoot it from afar off, because they ain't scared of nothing. I mean, they stand their ground because, I mean, who wants sprayed from skunk? I mean, doggone, man. Nobody wants to get sprayed. No animal. I mean, that's why they like that. You can walk right up on them and they'll just look at you, and by God, some of them will come after you, but you can shoot that sucker from afar off and just walk away, man. Just walk away. You can pretty much figure your doggone traps are ruined anyway. You're going to have to take it home and boil it or whatever. I've never done that, but I mean, all the lure and everything you use skunk-based anyway. I just figure, hell, what does it matter? But when you shoot it from afar off, it don't see you. And I think that it's better. They don't really know what happened, you know. They're just like, what the heck was that? But anyhow, then they'll die out. But now when they die, even though it didn't spray, just, God almighty, man, I don't know what in the world there's any use for a skunk. But anyhow, that ain't for me to decide. All right, let me get all this stuff down there, and, you know, I'll be sure and get you back. Thank you for tuning in again. I hope we get something, son. Coyote Day, that's what I'm hoping for. All right, you just take it easy, and I'll get back to you. Video Trapper here. I'm glad you was able to tune back in. I just was resetting this trap right here, and I'll show you when I'm done what it looks like. I done packed around it, and had to re-auger my hole where I'd caught that doggone possum. Darned old possum. I ain't got nothing in my traps. I've rebaited 2 coon traps. Saw some big dog tracks though. Big coyote tracks. Pan covers, that stuff that retards weeds, it's the best stuff ever, man. Rip it. But usually if I catch something, I usually end up using my same pad pan cover. I can't talk today. Got too much on my mind, man. Too much. I'd like to just think about trapping. I'm just kind of packing around it. Expose my pan, then fill it back over a little bit. And you always want to make sure you use the same dirt. Believe me, I tried when it was wet to use some dirt from the house. They know something's up because it's not the same dirt. Now you can use like peat's moss or something like that so it don't freeze. Get you some of that good insulation to put under your pan. Instead of a pan cover, just use that under your pan, you know, so dirt don't get under it and it don't freeze and all that. But really and truly, you know, around here, you really don't need under the pan insulation. You really just need pan covers. But this is right on the edge of a creek bank. I've already caught, well, a possum and a fox, a gray fox, and I believe 100%, I don't know this to be sure, but I think it had rabies. I've caught a lot of red foxes and a lot of gray foxes. Well, not a lot, but I mean, I have caught some. Anyhow, out of all them grays is sort of kind of like a house cat, you know. They're not real aggressive. The males are more aggressive than the females. But dude, I'm telling you, this sun gun right here his eyes was red. You know what I mean? It was weird. And he wasn't foaming at the mouth or nothing, but he was so aggressive, man, trying to get at us, me and my son. And I posted it not long ago, but anyhow, or did I? Well, I might have not have posted it, but I will be soon. And I'm almost 100% positive that he had rabies. Anyhow, let me bait this thing up. Well, like fox meat, beaver. I caught a beaver this year. Dude, coyotes love beaver. Matter of fact, just about anything does. And I got one of them Ninjas. It's like a blender. Well, I guess that's what it is. And I got a food processor. Anyway, I designate one just for my wild fur. And I chop it up. Use it for bait. But what I normally do is put it in a Ziploc bag and put it out in the sun all day long. And let it get good and tainted. Because really the coyotes, they don't, I mean, you know, if they were to come, they'd try to eat it. But I'm just saying they like it. The nastier it is, the better they like it. I call them a land buzzard. That's exactly what they are. But anyhow, so I got that bait in the hole, and I'll show you the setting. All right, so my trap is right here. And then down in there is bait, and then I put wool behind it. And then what I'll do is see if I can get somewhere to set this thing up. I need to get a tripod, man. I've been saying that, but I really do need to get one. How's that? Yeah. All right then. Something like this, I use a long call. I tell you, the best long call I've ever found is Hellfire and Gusto. Gusto being the better of the two as far as stinky. Now Hellfire's got like a sweet smell to it. That and that lightning in a bottle, that's a Dunlap lure, but anyhow, fur harvesters sell it. And I just stick it right there, then break it off. Or do something like that. Yep, and that right there, my friend, is stinking like you wouldn't believe. Most of y'all guys that do trapping, you do know that how to, you know, wear different gloves and all that. That's very important. Now I just spray a little bit of urine to try and cover my scent, but it don't. But I mean, you know, it does help. Kind of, I guess, soothes them or whatever. I don't really know that it even helps. I feel like it does, and I guess that's all that matters. Better than you peeing around there. That's one thing you don't want to do, especially if your scent's new to the area. You do not want to be using the bathroom around your sets. That's right. Anyhow, it's going to be hard to tote all this with a phone. I'll get back with you, okay? Thank you for tuning in. Foothills Trapper, glad you're tuning in. Just wanted to kind of iterate how bad I hate a god dang Voyager number 5. You know, they ain't good for nothing, really. I don't even know why people want them. You know, they seem so good and bad to the bone because they're number 5 special. Woo! Number 5 special. Who gives a crap? All that special. Let me tell you what that special is. That special is if you die and wax your trap, which by God we all do, they will constantly bust that goddamn hand. They'll come bust open, bust open, bust open. And hell, you know, if you'd have made it dogless, it'd have been so much better, man. Come on. Think about it. Damn. This son of a gun's done bit me 3 times. Now, I got a good mind to beat the hell out of it with my hammer. But I decided to give it one more chance. If it don't, then you'll get to see me beat the living hell out of it. It's gonna be fun. You ready? Where's my daggum? See, and I done lost my D-ring, see? From that son of a gun doing that crap. Oh yeah, do you scrape your little dog, do you? Well, yeah, I do. I get it right down to the goddamn metal, son, right there. I get the dye and all off of it. It don't help. Yeah, I do the inside of the pan too. What helps it's being in the water for about 2 weeks or in the dirt. That's what helps it. But for it to go off that easy, I mean, gotta be a Democrat. Flying off the handle for no reason. Ain't nobody done nothing. And you flying off the handle acting stupid. Sounds like a Democrat to me. Now look how easy. You see that? That's too easy. That is too easy. Now watch this. I mean, it's too much, man. I don't know. Hell, I was just putting the darn thing in a while ago and it done it. Oh, it's done it before. Yeah, god dang right it's done it. Yep, and I beat the living crap out of it too. And this has got the same fate coming to it. See that hammer? I promise you, it'll never do it again when I get done with it. And I'm only giving it one more try. One more chance is all you get, punk. And then I'm gonna jack your world up. I'm gonna make it so that nothing will get in that trap again. And I mean nothing. Because when I get dirt all around it and it fires off after all that work, the only thing I'll do is dig it up, undo it, beat it against that tree with my hammer. That'll be the end of that. I ain't got all day to mess around with this stupid junk. It ought to work right. Them Douglas don't do that. No, sir. They don't do that. Okay, that's how easy that goes. Thank you for tuning in, boy. Woo!